podcast and take this walk with me.
Welcome to the Three Parallels podcast. Happy New Year! I hope you as excited about 2026 as I am, because I'm telling you, we finna go somewhere. This is the Three Parallels podcast with your host, the Dr. Jason Branch, where we rediscover who we were, embrace who we are, and we make room for who we're trying to become. If that is you, you are in the right place. If you are struggling with any problem whatsoever, let me know what it is, because my job is to help you help yourself as a therapist, as an executive performance coach for high performing, high achieving millennial individuals and groups. If you fit in here, especially if you're spicy, then this podcast is for you, because this podcast, especially for season 3, because this is where we are right now, we're moving into a healing journey, a healing experience. This podcast is like no other podcast known to man. If you know of one, you let me know. And if it's a fire host like this one, you let me know, because what I discovered is I am the GOAT of podcasting. Why not me? Why not now? Because you are whatever you say you are or have said you are. Whatever it is that you want, wherever you are is based off of what you said. I just want to talk about facts. That's it. All facts. And that's what this podcast is going to share. A lot of facts, a lot of experiences, a lot of beliefs, a lot of stories, a lot of truth, a lot of transformation, a lot of transition, a lot of change, a lot of evolution. And if you want some, this is the place to get it. This is a place. This is the place, if we're being honest, coming to you live from the Honeycomb Hideout. Yes, indeed. That is another addition into Battlecast Studios. Where is Battlecast Studios? Wherever I say it is. And today I'm on a new street, a new road in Southern California. I've been here about 3 years, and this street that I'm on right now faces a mountain. And this mountain is one of the biggest ones around me. And this is where I go to work. This is where I go to pray. This is where I go to relax. This is where I go to recharge, recover, because I'm hidden in plain sight. And I'm hugged by a mountain that lets me know how small I am, which means how big I really am. Because one thing I learned about mountains, you can feel however you want to about them, but they cannot be moved. Mountains cannot be moved. Now, you can go over one, you can climb up one, go under, go around it, dig through it. One thing you cannot do, I don't care who you are in life, is move a mountain. And we, this collective, this community, are mountains. And you've had folks that try to climb up, get over, go up, get under. You didn't have all that. We didn't have it. Be human. And that's okay. Because as a mountain, I don't care what you do to me, you can't move me. That's where we at. So for those who are new, welcome, baby. How you been? How you doing? Thank whoever told you about this show. For those who've been here, you already know the shenanigans. Oh, by the way, there's merch. Merch, baby. We got merch now. Yeah, I told you I wasn't playing 2026. Why wait? I got merch now. This ain't even the merch I want y'all to have. This is just merch that I got right now as I'm practicing becoming him. All caps, no blue hat. That's what this show does, especially for season 3. Is just learning how to become him, her, them, all caps, no blue hat. Because once you become that version of you, then you're going to attract the people, places, and things you're supposed to have in your life. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. And I'm so excited to share the story that I have for you today, because it connects to this entire experience for 2025. This seals 2025 and opens up a package for 2026. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, Happy Hanukkah, Happy whatever. I hope you had it. And it's come and gone. And Santa is black to me. Santa's whatever you say it is. Now the protocol has been established. We got through the holidays. Now it's time to get to the magnet, which is who you are becoming. And the magnet is the ability to be able to attract the people, places, and things that you're supposed to have based off of the person that you are right now. Three parallels, that's the name of the show. So you are who you are, and that's where you at this time. However, you can become a totally different version in less than an hour, in less than a minute, in only a second. Because I want us to begin looking at growth, evolution, change, transformation on a micro level, small. We've been taught and told to believe that change happens on a macro level. You know, go get a gym membership, you change your life. How many of us still have a membership and we ain't went? That's life changing too. Paying for something I don't use, I'm including myself. Listen, no shade, no disrespect. We on this journey together. And as I mentioned before, again, for those who are new, this podcast for me. My healing, my journey, my therapeutic experiences. And although it's for me and it's therapeutic for me, I still have a therapist. Don't get it twisted. I'm a black male therapist who also has a therapist. I'm so unique, but I'm black. I'm a unicorn, but I'm black with a gold horn. I'm so unique and I love it. And I love everything about me. And I'm learning to love me even more. And that's what I want to help you to do. So, on this journey together, you know, it requires you to do things that I highly recommend you start doing. If you start doing them now, you'll be so far ahead when we get to the end of this year. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard, because this entire year will be an experience that we're going to have together based off of what I'm doing, what I'm sharing, what I'm offering, and what I receive. I'm going to share it. And you can do whatever you want to do with it. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Because to kick off 2026, to kick off season 3, because I told you season 3 is going to be something. I've been trying to prepare you with these previous season 3, the previous ones. I've been trying to prepare you for what's going to happen today throughout this journey. My belief is every episode has at least one thing for you: a ripple, a breadcrumb, a potential destination helper. Take advantage of the 3 things that's offered in every episode. That's your life work. You see how this works? Write it down. You can start this journal experience together, you and I. From now to the end of 2026, journal, write it down. If you do not have a journal, now's the time to get the Gator Scales Journal. It's available now and it's still on sale. I don't know how long the sale going to be, but it's still on sale now. Go get it because volume 2 is coming and the audio version is coming as well. I'm not playing. The book, Gator Mode, it's coming. Gator University is here. I'm telling you, we are going up. If you want some, come get some. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. We in Battlecast Studios, by way of the Honeycomb Hideout, and my background, for those who are watching on YouTube, is one of my most favorite places in San Diego. Is right near the water, right near the airport. So within the airport, this place is where I usually go before or after my flight. It just gets me realigned, recharged, reconnected, so I can go out and be great. Find you a spot if you don't have one. Breadcrumb. Also, through Parallels Podcast, it has a Cash App. If you want to donate to the cause, feel free to do so. Now that protocol has been established, we're all on the same page. You know what to expect. You can decide now, do I continue to invest or do I turn off this? Either way, you get to decide. Don't make me know never mind. Big shout out to Myron Golden. As I mentioned from previous episodes, but I didn't finish my thought because I was Spicy J at the time. I was sharing that for this year, especially on this podcast, I'm going to do a better job becoming a future version of me. And that future version of me doesn't cuss, period, unless I want to. And typically, I be cussing because that's what I grew up with. My family drank, play cards, cuss, and cook. Guess what I do? Guess what you do? Because all of us are going to do the exact thing from what we experience. The complete opposite, somewhere in the middle. You're going to be just like your parents, the complete opposite or somewhere in the middle. How do I know? Check yourself. Check yourself. see why you do the things you do or the things that you don't do. It came from somewhere. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's your mama and them. All the folks you was around growing up. Why you don't go back? Ah, okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm gonna get to the story. What I was talking about, Myron, related to me taking this year to learn how to communicate more effectively without using curse words. And that's important to me because Myron Golden is a mentor of mine who doesn't even know it. He's my uncle and adopted me and doesn't even know it. But the information that he has shared has been ripples and pebbles and breadcrumbs for me. And I'm paying it forward. So I can't wait to the day where I meet him and I don't have to introduce myself. He will introduce himself to me. Oh, is that the Dr. Jason Branch? I can hear him now. I can hear him saying it now. And I'm like, is that Myron Gold? Is that Uncle Myron? And I'm going to hug this man like I ain't never hugged a man in my life, even though I done hugged some men in ways I ain't never thought I would hug a man. We'll talk about it all in season 3. Trying to prepare you for what's yet to come. And one thing I love about Uncle Myron is if he really rock with you, if he want to move and do business with you, he does business 30,000 feet in the air. He flies private, you know? That's kind of how he gets down, which I think is phenomenal. And he flies private, usually to Tampa. That's where he gonna end up at. That's where he is. And I can't wait until he invites me on his jet to fly out to Tampa and we just break bread and talk business. Because it's going to happen. I believe it with everything in my heart. I believe it. That's another episode for another time. I want to introduce you to what's coming. So big shout out to Uncle Myron. You see him, tell him I said, what up? Tell him the story. Man, it's this man. He said his name, D. Dr. Branch. And he said, when you see him, you going to hug your head. Tell him the story. How somebody going to get him this story. How else he going to know to do what he need to do? Somebody got to tell him. How else do he know? He may or may not hear it from me. He may or may not hear it from me. Long as he hear it. As long as he hears it, that's what matters to me. Same thing for you. Sometimes, as long as you hear it, it's what matters. Woo! We going to work, baby. The doors of the podcast is open. Yeah. I hope y'all ready. I'm just having a good time. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. And I mean that in the most professional, respectful way possible. So, without further ado, let's dive into episode 1 of season 3. Officially, let's get started. Because episode 1 for season 3 is how we're going to start this new year. No matter when you listen to this, you can start over. It's a word. Whenever you listen to this, you can start over. Start now. I've been told the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. I'm planting seeds for trees for this year. Every day I'm planting a seed for a tree. Hear me, and I quote, every day I'm planting a seed that will become a tree. I will challenge you to do the same thing. As I mentioned, because I'm a little spicy, Myron Golden doesn't do business with people who curse. I'm paraphrasing. But if he's connected with somebody who's, cussing all that on the stage, he really ain't dealing with them. And for me, I can't have that. So I want to make sure that I present myself in a way that he want to do business with me, or vice versa. Because I've already done business with him and he don't even know it yet. I'm already spent money on my man. He don't even know it yet, but he will. We've been in the same spaces and places and not even know it, but it's coming. And I don't know when, where, how, why, but I know it will happen. And I'm speaking about it now. I don't know this man. He don't know me at all. But what I do know is me, my God, and my energy and my vibe. I'm a whole mood. And I know it. So buckle up, buttercup. We're going on a journey. Because the story that I'm going to share today is something that I can't believe myself. And it happened to me. And I can't believe it. And it's how I ended up in Bermuda before the end of 2025. So get you some tea, a little coffee, whatever you need to get. Tune in, to dial in, to dive in, to invest in this experience that we're going to have together in episode 1. I know how it starts. I know how it ends. What happens in between, I have no idea, which is the epitome of this entire podcast. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Temecula TEDx, hosted by the Dr. Jason Branch. This is my TED Talk before my TED Talk, because I have been saying since I don't know how long that I want to be a TEDx speaker, a TED Talk speaker. I made a declaration in 2025 that I will be a TEDx speaker in 2026. I said it. That made it real. So when I made it real, when I said it, because there's power in what you say, I began to throw a pebble in the pond. Every time you throw a pebble in the pond, it's going to make ripples from the moment of impact to the Outer Banks and all the way back. So me deciding to say what I said, put it out in the universe, I'm going to be on the TEDx stage in 2026. Now, I have not heard anything from anybody letting me know, hey, man, we want you on the stage. At all. Okay? I don't know. Nope. I don't know nothing about nothing, but I'm speaking life into existence because that's what we do anyway. I want you to be intentional on a micro level. So now that I know this was 2025 that I'm going to be a TEDx speaker, let me at least go to a TED talk, because I never experienced it outside of YouTube. So I'm out of my business doing my thing. Mia, wifey, hit me with a magazine. She said, hey, TEDx coming to Temecula. Great idea. And I'm like, yo, for real? She said, yeah, man, it's going down. You want some? You better go get some. Ain't that what you said? You want some? Come get some. That's what she said. So she usually provokes me and I feed into it. And before you know it, I'm in Bermuda. So that's what happened. So she sent me to TEDx. Yo, maybe a great opportunity for you. Boom. She just threw the pebble in the pond, gave me a breadcrumb. Me being me, I decided to eat them up, right? So I looked into it, decided I'm finna go. I'm doing a VIP package. I want to be over there with the speakers. I don't know what's finna happen, but I need to be in there to see what the competition is like, to see what the experience is like, to see what the stage look like before I rip it up next year. You know what I mean? I'm on that level. Because my theme for 2026 is audacity. That's how I'm moving all of 2026 with audacity. So when you hear things, when you see things like, man, what? Like, what? That's why. Every year I got a theme. I ain't got a New Year's resolution. I got a theme. My theme last year, I don't even remember it. It's in the past. What I know is my theme now. Who cares about last year? It was last year. Audacity for 2026. So I had the audacity to get a VIP ticket and go to this event, knowing that I'm finna do whatever I'm about to experience, whatever it is I'm supposed to experience. And it was a experience. So I get there, VIP, it's 8 speakers and speakers from all over. And it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Every speaker did their thing. And for me, you know, I jokingly say competition, but I'm not in competition with anybody besides myself in all different versions. So as I'm at this TEDx, I'm just observing, checking out the scene, you know, being a gator, seeing what's what, learning from being there. And out of these speakers, there were 2 speakers that stood out to me the most. Now, this is so good. I'm already excited. I'm trying to tame myself. So as I'm seeing the speaker, 2 speakers stood out. Now, I got to tell you the backstory to the front story, right? One particular speaker that stood out to me, he mentioned a story about Michelangelo's David. which was a breadcrumb for me because I never heard that story before in my life until a week prior. A week prior to this TEDx event, a friend of mine, my coach, big shout out to Big Sister Twin. She will be on the show for season 3. Dr. Shayna Lewis. Dr. Shayna Lewis gave me a breadcrumb that's been the gift that keeps on giving. Now I'm finna give it to you. The breadcrumb she gave me was a book called 10X is Greater Than 2X by Dr. Benjamin somebody. Mays, Hardy, one of them. Just put it in Google. You'll find ChatGPT. But that book changed my life, meaning I got new information. Again, you can change at any point in time. I got new information that allowed me to pivot, which is why you're getting what you're receiving from me at this time. I'm going 10X with this podcast and beyond. That's why we got merch. You want some? Come get some. More info to come on that. But this ability to see things, know things, try things, led me into this space of what am I doing and where am I going? What is happening in real time? And what's happening in real time is him, future version of me, is showing up and showing out. So being at this event, seeing the people that I'm seeing in this book that I just mentioned, I'm seeing aspects throughout TEDx. But the biggest aspect that I saw was not only from the quote, but the book. And there will be an affiliate link added. So if you want to get that book, if you want to purchase it, hop in the comments, pick it up. So a lot of things we're going to share on the podcast are things that you have access to now because I'm talking about it and I have access and I want to give it away. I want to share it. So you can use a link, use my link. As long as you get it. I don't care who you get it from, who you get it to, who you give it away to. I don't care. I just want you to know it exists. So this book was everything to me. And within the first chapter, this book shared the story of Michelangelo's David. And I never heard the story before, and I'm blown away. A week later, the last speaker at TEDx started his talk with that story. I'm just getting started, y'all. I'm just getting started. I was supposed to be there. The guy before him was a black male. There was only one black male in the whole deal. It was 8 different people and only one black male. And this guy, man, he just had energy. He had fire. He was on it. And I was enamored. Like, man, who is this guy? His voice, his accent, knew he wasn't from here. He mentioned he's from all over the place, different places. But his whole vibe and energy, he was a whole mood. And I'm like, man, who is this man? I got to meet him. The speakers were great. Don't get me wrong. And the other speakers that I met, I invited them on the podcast. And then I see the guy. And this guy, I see who spoke. It was an instant connection. Like, man, I don't know who this guy is, but his energy is so good. I want some. So I go over to him and say, hey, man, I'm Dr. Jason Fresh, man. Great job on your TED Talk, blah, 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 blah. It was phenomenal. I gave him a big hug and just chopped it up with him. And as we talking, he's selling. He got a book, he's shaking hands and kissing baby. He's the guy, you know what I mean? And there's this energy that's just happening, and we're just building back and forth. And I invited him, hey, I got a podcast, love for you to be on it, share your story, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, man, I'll do it. I'm in. I said, cool. So before we wrap up the conversation, I said, hey, man, I got a word. I got something I'm feeling I want to share with you. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Told him just like I tell you. You can do whatever you want to do with this. But I got something on my head that I want to give to you, and you can have it. Are you open to hearing? And he said, yeah. Tell me, what's up? And I just shared whatever was on my heart at the time, dapped him up, got on up out of there. Didn't think nothing of it, kept moving on. Because, sidebar, so when I say sidebar, this is your indicator that Spicy J is here. He got something to say, and he gonna say it, and I'm gonna let him say it. And if you got a problem with it, fast forward it. Spicy J says it ain't a podcast if I ain't on it. Okay? It ain't no podcast. So if you got a podcast and I ain't on it, it ain't no podcast. Spicy J, we're gonna make this left. The sidebar is with this whole TED Talk piece, you know, I'm just being my authentic self, just being me, just sharing. And I learned that authentically, when I'm in a space where there's good energy, good vibes, I just spiritually, I feel connected, that I hear things, I see things, I say things. And whatever I hear, feel, and say is like, man, that's bigger than me. I don't know what it is, but it's bigger than me. Here, I'm going to give you this. And now I've been more intentional about it. So if I see somebody, if I got something to say or feel here, if I feel moved to do something, I'm going to do it. And I've been living that way. So the end of the year, I really started diving into it. And by doing that, I start getting ripples, breadcrumbs, start getting a lot back because I'm pouring in other people. So where did this come from? I'm glad you asked. Shaquille O'Neal. Mm-hmm. Shaq. NBA legend. No, I ain't met him yet. Yes, he gonna be on the podcast. um, Shaq. And I'm a fan of Shaq. I'm a fan of who he is, what he does, the whole nine. That's my guy. And something that Shaq does that I think is incredible. He's in a place and space in his life he ain't ever got to worry about money again. And because of this, he's a really big, good, he's a really big giver financially because he ain't worried about it. It's just money, no big deal. So there one time I saw, a docuseries. I saw something there. He was at the Apple store. There's a family there. The son couldn't get what he wanted. Shaq overheard it. Boom, he took care of that family. Like, whatever you want in here, get it. If they ain't got it, we'll get it. And if they ain't gonna give it to you, I'll buy the whole store. That was he was on. If you got a problem, let me know. I will buy this store. Ah, he didn't say that, but that was the vibe that he gave. Y'all take care of this family. I'll go, huh? Put it on this card, whatever. And he did that. And I thought it was amazing because he changed the dynamics of that family's life. They couldn't receive what they received without him at that time, you know? And that's life changing because he's a giver. He gave away something he has that he has plenty. He has an abundance of. He gave it away. And that's his superpower. And that's what I love. My superpower is what you all received from the podcast. This is organic as it comes. Put a Chiquita banana sticker on my forehead. This is organic as it gets. To me, I don't know what it is for you. Ain't none of my business. What is my business is to give you me constantly, consistently, at least 2 days a week. So I adopted this mentality from Zach. And the mentality that I adopted is I'm going to share and give me away based off of what I have in abundance. And as you see in abundance, I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say. I can't shut up, and that's okay. I'm Spicy J, because that ain't a podcast if I ain't on it. So I started being intentional. I don't have an infinite amount of money, but I got an infinite amount of knowledge. I got an infinite amount of conversation, of communication, of words, of talk. I can talk forever. Always have been. I've been talking my whole life. All of us have. But this level of talk and what I can offer, everybody can't do. That's my gift. So you need to know the backstory because I was intentional about this particular person that I poured into. And again, wasn't a big deal to me, but it meant something to him. I found out later. So I'm minding my business. He hit me up, yo, podcast, let's make it happen. I'm like, cool, done. Out of all the people I invited, which was many, and some of this is on my side, but he was the one who reached out, who scheduled, got it done. And his episode will be the next episode. Yeah, I'm actually producing. I'm kind of doing my thing right now. Me and Maestro, we rocking. Okay, we rocking. So I'm evolving. I'm evolving this whole podcast space. So now I can let you know what's coming next because you're already ready. Because I'm already ready. I stay ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Hey, where my gators at? Whose house? My house. Whose house? My house. Whose house? My house. You could be repeating after me. If you're not, ask yourself why. And I guarantee you got to do something with your mom. Or the culture, or the US, or whatever. You got something to do with somebody that ain't you. Whose house? Okay, back to it. Because y'all know I can get lost in the sauce of the podcast. So shared the word. Oh, I'm back. We back on the main road now. Spicy J gone. We back on the main road. So I shared what I had, moved on. We get on the podcast, and it was an amazing experience that you're going to listen to soon. It's the next episode. So when that episode drops, you know who I'm talking about. So I'm keeping his name uh discreet as of now. I'll share later because I don't want you to get caught up in the name and start Googling and chat GP. I don't need that. I need you to just pay attention and focus. I know us. Any information I give, you know already Google is open right now. I know us. So I'm gonna save that until you need it. You don't need that right now. So let's continue going. We do the podcast. It was a phenomenal episode. At the end of it, we go off camera and I'm like, hey man, thank you. It was great, blah, blah, blah. And he gave me flowers. It felt like I was on his podcast. And he gave me these flowers, and I'm like, yo, man, thank you. Just talked about who I am, and man, you're really good at this. This is that. And I'm like, man, I'm just having fun doing my thing. He said, nah, I mean, yeah, you having fun, but I've been on several podcasts and I ain't never experienced nothing like this. And I was very thankful and appreciative of him having the emotional intelligence to compliment me on this podcast. And from that, I'm like, man, I kind of like this guy. I mean, how can you not like somebody that's giving you love and flowers? But I was already a fan, and he killed the show. It was great. We close out, and he said, "Hey, man, I'm interested in breaking bread if you would like to. Like, let's get together. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving soon." He didn't say where he was going, but he said, "I'm leaving soon. Let's break bread." And I'm like flabbergasted. Like, what? You wanna go out to dinner with me? What? Because y'all know I don't think I'm all that. I just act like it. I don't really think I'm all that. I just act like it. None of us do. And if you do, roses really smell like. If you know the lyrics, if you don't, check out the Parallels podcast playlist. Big shout out to Outcast, Dre Nim. So, you know, for me, the humility that we both expressed to each other, the emotional intelligence that we expressed to each other was enough to know I'm interested in knowing this person a little bit more. So my old self came to the picture after that exchange. And my old self was like, man, he out of LA, man, he just talking, you know what I mean? He just, this is just what they do. Hey, let's do lunch, let's do dinner. So my old self got in the way and let me know he was just talking. That's my belief. I'm entitled to that, just like you're entitled to yours. So I said, all right, cool, let's break bread, blah, blah, blah. Get off the call, shoot him an email. Hey, man, this is my info. Whenever you want to connect, we can connect. Left it at that. A couple days go by, I didn't hear anything. My old self, now he getting amped up. I told you it's that LA stuff. I told you. That's how he sounds sometimes. I told you, man, them LA folk, man, I told you. And my future self was like, chill out, bro. Give him some time. Maybe he didn't receive the email. You know, typically our future self is rational as all get out. Our old self is emotional as all get out. Understand the difference. My current self was confused. What to do? Maybe I should email him again. Should. So I did. I emailed him again. So he got 2 emails in his inbox in my mind. So therefore, I ain't heard nothing back from you. Oh, you own some LA stuff. So my old self took over. Now I'm feeling some kind of way. Y'all know the deal. I'm just talking about it. Fast forward, I'm minding my own business, doom scrolling on social media. You know the life. You're doing it while you're listening. Yes, I'm talking about you. And if that's you specifically, text me. Email me. Schedule an appointment. I need to tell you something about yourself in case you don't know. And I'm dead serious. Y'all can text me anytime. 404-436-2540. Be mindful of the time that you text, but you can text anytime. You got access now. That won't be forever. But you got it now. Take advantage. So I'm doom scrolling, minding my business, and I see the guy pop up on my feed. I'm like, what? Then I go to my inbox, and it's the message from the original message. And I'm like, what are the chances of this happening? So then my future self was like, give it a third time. And I'm like, all right, cool. Third time's a charm. My old self was like, Man, nah, he on that LA stuff. My future self was like, calm yourself, young man. Have several seats. And he did. And with that, I decided to DM, hey, unsure if you got my email messages or not, but I'm interested if you still wanted to get together. Here's my number, blah, blah, blah. Within seconds, he texts me back. I didn't get any of your emails. I'm sorry. Hey, are you available tomorrow? I'm leaving Sunday. And I'm like, oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's make it happen. And the next day, we meet up. And this is where we are right now in Battlecat Studios. In Battlecat Studios, imagine with me, we're at this new restaurant. It's a new kind of Asian fusion restaurant. They got, ramen, or some of us say ramen noodles. They got ramen, they got ramen, sushi, it's nice. It's a nice spot. And they have a sign on the front. Again, I'm talking about ripples and breadcrumbs. If you're paying attention, pay attention to all. Okay. I'm giving you the cliff notes. I'm giving you the IMDb tips. And I'm giving you that stuff now during the whole thing. You ain't got to go look up nothing. Okay. I'm giving it to you. So when I pull up, I see the grand opening sign. That was a sign for me already. This is a new relationship. This is a new connection. This is something. I ain't even know this place was here. Now, mind you, we go to the deal. I see the sign and I'm like, I'm already giddy. Like, man, this is going to be fun. And we get in, get our table, have a seat, and we're both like just question marks over our head. Like you can literally see three question marks over our head. And we're just, we hugged it out and all that. And we sit down and I open the door to the conversation. And I asked, like, just curious, man, what are we doing here? What are we here? What are we doing? He said, I'm glad you asked. I said, say what? Say, huh? He said, yeah, man, I got a bone to pick with you. And he was dead serious. And then, silly, funny at the same time. He said, I got a bone to pick with you. And then he laughed. And I said, what? He said, do you remember what you shared with me at the TEDx event? And I said, no, man, I don't know what I said. Whatever it is, I needed to say it. You need to hear it. I said, man, I'm in the middle of, having a good time. I'm on a high from being on stage. And when you said that, man, it stopped me in my tracks, man. I couldn't even finish politics. I couldn't even finish doing what I was doing because what you said hit home, but I didn't know what it was. But it was familiar with something. So I wasn't offended or anything, but it stopped me and made me think. It made me pause. It caught my attention. And 2 weeks later, what you shared came to pass. Like it was something that actually happened related to what you said. Do you know what you said? And I said, man, I have no clue. None whatsoever. And, he shared what it was, and I'm keeping that confidential unless he chooses to share. But he shared what it was, and it was like, man, yeah, I don't even remember that, but I'm glad to hear it. And so his question was like, why would you do that? Number two, how did you do that? And it was pure curiosity of like, who are you? So the same question he had for me, I have for him. Who are you? And where you going Sunday? That's such a rush. We had to meet before you went. And he said, Bermuda. He's headed to Bermuda Sunday. This was like on a Wednesday. He said, head to Bermuda on Sunday. And he's not coming back until 2026. And he wanted to meet to find out what is this about. And that's where the conversation started. And for the next 4 or 5 hours, we just talked. It was beautiful. Two young Black men, 10-year age difference. He's 10 years younger than me. And he's a 10-year-old. He's 10 years of my junior, meaning I used to be who he is now 10 years ago. If that's not healing, I don't know what is. Because he's just like I used to be, like spot on. It's scary. It was so scary. And I'm where he wants to be 10 years later, which means it's not going to take either one of us long to become who we're supposed to be because of each other. That's what I call a destination helper. He's a destination helper because of how this happened. So that was where the conversation started. And we just went. And we talked about all types of things under the sun. It was easy. It was simple. And this is the first time the second time we ever like been in the same room together. And we just had a podcast. And that's when it's a good fit. So fit means a lot. More to come on fit. These are breadcrumbs and letting you know now, fit is everything. It was a good fit for the both of us. So then he allowed me in his basement and we went to the basement and he shared like, man, I could use some mentorship. I could use some assistance support to help to work on emotional intelligence and all these different things. Like, man, I need a coach. I need a mentor. Yo, help your boy out. And I'm like, done. Say less. Because I needed me when I was you. I got me now. So not only am I going to offer myself to you, I'm also going to offer myself to myself, that version of me in real time. Three parallels: who we were, who we are, who we're becoming. And I was more than welcome to offer of myself and my service, and he gladly accepted. And he asked me, what could he do for me? I said, being a vessel, being able to receive what I have to offer. I'm sure there's more to come later, but that's it. And that was it. And we shook on it, decided this is what we're going to do. We finished the conversation. We have a great time. We finna get ready to part ways. And before I left, he said, hey, man, what you doing next weekend? This was Wednesday. He's asking, what am I doing the following Friday? And I said, man, nothing, probably at the house, get drunk, watch the Grinch, you know what I'm saying? Nothing major, He said, hey, man, I'm building something. I'm creating something. And it's going to be the equivalent of South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. But it's going to be the equivalent of that in Bermuda. And it's called the Magic of Bermuda. And I'm like, what? He said, yeah, I'm building it. This is the first year. They're bringing entertainment, music, education, mental health, wellness, like just bringing all these people from all over the world to come to this place to add value, enhance the country where he's from, on top of other different places. And he shared that there's a mental health component, and I would love for you to be the guy on the mental health and wellness component for this program, this empire, this ecosystem that I'm building. And I'm clutching my pearls. I'm clutching my pearls like, what? Huh? He said, yeah, man. Once you get to the island, I'll take care of the rest. You just have to pay your way to get to the island if you're interested in investing. And I'm like, man, give me 24 hours. Give me 24. Let me talk it over with the. This is quick. This is 10 days. I had 10 days, 10 days to make a decision that could change the outcome of my life. And I decided, give me some time. Let me talk to wifey, see what's what, and I'll let you know within 24 hours. I said, I'll let you know after 24 hours. Sidebar. Always give yourself at least 24 hours before you make any big time decision. That was a big time decision. Gave myself 24 hours, talked over with the wifey. And she like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, all right, it's done. So the next day, I called him and let him know, hey, man, I'm in. I'm talking about all in. I'm putting all my chips in because I did my research, found out what I needed to find out, looked into it. It just felt good. It felt like a great fit. And I knew that this was it. This was an opportunity for me that I wanted to take advantage of. And I told him yes. And he said, man, thank you. Congratulations. You are now a VIP. And I have a few of you flying out. And it means a lot that you are invested in this by carrying your way to get here because everybody wasn't willing to do it. But your willingness to do it just opened the door for so many other yeses. And I'm like, say what? Say, huh? He said, yeah. Come to find out, his mother is a social worker who has a retreat center in Bermuda. You've been hearing me talk about retreats and wellness and everything else. They could use assistance with bringing people to the island. I'm hosting retreats, y'all. I'm starting this year. I'm not playing. You want to come to Bermuda? If you want some, come get some. I'm not playing with y'all. You're not playing with me. Want some, come get some. So we going to Bermuda. Whoever he is, part of this collective that want to go, we going. And I'm the guy there. And when it comes to this wellness, mental health space, I'm the guy, period. And he gave me the green light and let me know, not only is it the wellness center, we have this and you have that. Like he just he just rolled out the red carpet for me. So no belief system about this guy being LA. This is a different type of LA that I ain't never seen before, but this is the LA that I like. Y'all can start calling me Hollywood. I'm a different kind of Hollywood though. I work in LA, but I live in San Diego. Come through. Oh, talk. Real talk. So this moment for me solidified, I'm him. I am him. I gotta be. Because why else would you ask me to represent an entire country related to mental health and wellness if I wasn't the guy? I'm him and I know it. And other people know it now. This person that didn't even know me took a chance, took a risk. 10 days later, y'all, I was in Bermuda. And it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. And I'll share my experience on this podcast, but I can't give it all to you at one time. Micro level. So that episode is yet to come, but it's coming because I want you to know what's possible. I want you to know what you can do, because the reason that I'm able to attract the people, places, and things I'm supposed to have is because the person that I'm becoming. It's a constant journey. You have the same ability I do. And the more you listen to this podcast, the more you pay attention to what's being shared, what's said and unsaid, the more you can find out who you really are, the more you can find out who you truly are. This podcast has changed my life. I'm sure for many of the listeners, for many of you, your life has changed as well, because this was a story that you never heard before. Now you've heard this story. You cannot be the same again. That's what I mean by life changing on a micro level. The book, 10X is greater than 2X. That's your life work. Get it, download it. I don't get nothing yet, but I shall. It's a life-changing opportunity to me. I look at things differently because of my perspective. You have the ability to do the same thing. I was in Bermuda for 10 days and every day was a new experience. I also went on a journey in Bermuda. And for those who truly know about the journey, know about journeys, then you know. So I'm speaking to a specific audience right now. For those who know, just know we coming. This collective is part of these experiences. I'm curating it, but it ain't for everybody. This is exclusive. This is VIP. Because me being in Bermuda for 10 days and being treated as such, I'm him now. Which is why we have merch. If you want some, come get some. Text me. Come on me. You got access. That's the business line. Again, you got access now. Like, comment, share, dive in. I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear your thoughts about this episode. I want to hear from you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So let me know you're out there. So the man, the myth, the legend that I'm talking about is no other than Gianluca Gibbons. Google him. You can find him on, the podcast, social media page. You can find him. This brother is doing some major things, and that's my little brother from another mother. And we've been pouring into each other since we met, and my life has enhanced because of him, and vice versa. That's one person at the close of the year that I connected with that helped implement monumental changes in my life. I'm an advocate. I'm an ally. I'm a resident of Bermuda. I got a big old purple house. You already know what purple it is. I got a big purple house in Bermuda. Got a garden back there, limestone roof, whole nine. I'm not playing. 0 games. So throughout season 3, throughout this podcast, throughout this year, you're going to hear about Bermuda in different ways. You're going to hear about the people that I met with there. You're going to get inundated with information related to 2 weeks of magic, the magic of Bermuda, because I'm bringing us to Bermuda. Why not us? Why not now? So again, think about all the information that you were able to collect from this episode alone and what it can do for you in your life. this is just the first episode of the year. I'm going to do this until I can't. That means be me. That is it. That is all. This has been another episode of Three Parallels Podcast with your host, the Brother Dr. Jason Branch, where we rediscover who we were, we embrace who we are, and we make room for who we're trying to become. If that is you, you are in the best place. Hello, beautiful people, coming to you live from Bermuda, San Diego. Battlecast Studios to the Honeycomb Hideout. I'm out. Be good, be blessed. Holla.